Good evening. The refs finally decide to show up, and we will be starting our warm-up. Sting are taking on the Vikings tonight. The Vikings are towards the bottom of the standings, but you cannot take anyone lightly in this league, especially after a big win against a heated rival earlier today. You got to work hard not to have any letdowns in a game like this. So hopefully the Sting are mentally focused and come out ready to play today. Take care of business. Oh yeah, I'm all ready to go. Yeah, you better watch. I was thinking that too. I was like, man, there could be a fuck that comes and busts my phone.
I smoked at Red Fox one time. I run the business.
Yeah.
Couple rows from my town. Are you live right now?
It says there's 16 people watching it. They can see it? Okay. We got confirmation that someone can see it.
Reset the router.
I've actually got a pretty consistent signal here, more consistent than usual. She's on it now? All right.
I say,
All right, good deal. Okay, so a lot of waiting for this game to start. I don't know the exact time, but we're definitely behind schedule. Skrupski is in net tonight for the Sting. First line out will be Kaplan, Middleton, Pickle, backed up by Field and Gwynn. Opening face-off, taken by the Sting. Gwynn has it. He chips it ahead. It's tied up along the boards. Middle sends it in deep. And the Vikings go back to get it. Escape through the zone is poked away by Middles. Kaplan picks it up. It's knocked off of his stick. Pickle picks it up in the neutral zone, sends it into the Vikings zone. And Middles is chasing after it. They drop it off. It's intercepted by Pickle. He plays it to the point to Gwynn. Gwynn takes a shot through traffic and a goal! So that was deflected by somebody into the net. We'll see who goes first in the handshake line, and it was Kaplan with the goal. 31 seconds into the game. Shot from the point by Gwynn, and Kaplan deflects it in for an early 1-0 Sting lead. And Kaplan continues his torrid pace to the season with another goal. Face-off taken by the Vikings. They play it back to their D. They're regrouping in their zone. They have a little trouble with it. Goes back to the other defenseman. They send it up and out. One touch to the neutral zone. Intercepted by Kaplan. He's going into the Viking zone. He splits the D. He gets around one. He gets around another. His centering pass to Middles is blocked by the goalie. Middles picks it up. Sends it back to Kaplan. Kaplan's dancing around. Sends it over to Gwynn. One-timer. It goes to wide. And Middles picks it up behind the net. Sends it to Kaplan in the slot. He loses the puck. And Vikings send it behind their net. And they try to send it up and out. It's intercepted by Pickle. And then Kaplan holds it in this time. And he sends it in deep. And the Sting are going off for a change. Vikings have it coming out of their zone. They tried to go through neutral zone, but it's blocked off by Field. Land is on the forecheck. Almost got to it. And the Vikings turn it over again. Land picks it up. He plays it back to Gwynn on the regroup. Gwynn sends it over to Evans. Evans sends it up to Freeman. Freeman sends it across ice to Land. One touch over to Salas. He gets into the zone. Toe drag. His shot's blocked. Freeman picks it up. His shot is saved. And Vikings are counterattacking the other direction. They get into the Sting zone. They cut to the middle. They take a shot. It goes wide. And Freeman tried to hit it up to Salas, but it's intercepted. And Sting are regrouping. Evans has it on his stick. Sends it back over to Axe. Loses the handle a little bit, but he pokes it ahead to Salas. Salas sends it into the Viking zone. He takes a tumble. And Freeman's on the forecheck. Vikings mishandle the puck. It's picked up by Ditch, who just came off the bench. He sends it rink wide over to Evans. Evans skates into the Viking zone. He still has the puck. His centering pass is blocked. He picks up behind the net, centers it back to the point. It goes to Salas, who's covering for him at the point. He sends it back into the opposite corner, and Dorn is chasing after it. Vikings send it up and out of the zone, right by Evans' stick. There will not be icing on that one. He sends it around the boards, up to Ditch. Ditch sends it ahead to Dorn. Dorn's chasing after it in the Viking zone. He wins the race to the puck. He tries to center it, as blocked behind the net. And the Vikings send it around. Sting pick it off. Knittel sends it up to Dorn. Dorn has it. He skates into the Viking zone with it. He drops it off to Ditch. Ditch puts on the brakes, sends it through the legs to Scales. Scales walks in with a shot. The save by the Vikings goalie. He'll hold on for a face-off with 12:53 to go in the first. Ditch, Dorn, and Knittel are out with Scales and Vogel. Sting have it along the boards. There we go. Looks like I'm reconnected now. Okay. I was having a strong signal. Not sure why it dropped there, but I'm reconnected. Sting have it. Scales holds it in, sends it down behind the net. Ditch is there on the forecheck. He blocks the pass, and it's picked up by Knittel. He has it in the corner. Tries to center it, but it's blocked off. Dorn is tripped up. No call. Vikings try to get it out, but it's held in by Ditch. And Knittel's putting on the pressure. He falls down, trying to poke it away. Vikings go to the zone. It's blocked off by Vogel. He gets it over to Trader. Trader has it on his stick. He sends it over to Knittel. Knittel sends it down to Trader behind the net. Trader tried to center it. His pass is blocked. Capelin picks it up. Scales is dropping in deep. Capelin has it, sends it to the point to Vogel. Vogel shoots through traffic. It goes off the face of the defender into the corner. They send it around the boards. And Trader's there to get it. And Scales holds it in at the point. He sends it behind the boards. Caplin's chasing after it. Vikings player wins the race to the puck, however. And they send it around the boards. And it's held in by Otero. Dug out by Capelin. Trader picks it up. He walks in. He takes a shot. It's blocked. And it goes out of the zone to Gwynn. Gwynn gets it back on the regroup. He skates into the zone. His centering pass is sticked away to the side. Capelin picks it up. Trader picks it up in the corner. He sends it to Gwynn, Field at the point, and Trader's going off for a change. Otero has it along the boards. Vikings try to get it out. It's held in by Field again. He sends it to the net. It goes wide behind the net. Now, Pickle's on the forecheck. He has the puck. He's looking for options. He tries to center it. Finds the stick to Capelin, but it bounces over his stick, and it's still held in by Pickle. He's circling around. He walks in. He takes a shot. Saved by the Vikings goalie, who holds on for a face-off. 10:29 to go in the first. Bland, Middles, and Pickle are out with Field and Gwynn. Face off taken by the Vikings. They send it around the boards to the other side. They have a little trouble handling. They've got to circle back, and they get it by 3 Sting forwards on the forecheck, and they're going the other way. Eric Wall can take a shot. Easy blocker save by Skrupski. He sends it to the side, and Pickle chips it ahead to Middles, and it's going to go on net for no icing. Vikings goalie sends it up the ice. Field goes back to get it. He sends over to Gwynn on the regroup. Gwynn sends it through the middle to Middles. He goes into the Sting zone. We have a 3-on-2. Drops it for Pickle. Pickle, the shot is blocked. And the Vikings chip it up and out of the zone. Gwynn pokes it back in. Middles has it at the blue line. He sends it over to Evans. He races in. He takes a shot. It goes wide. Middles picks it up in the corner, and he intercepts the pass. Evans has it at the point. He plays it over to Axe. Axe walks in with a shot, and it's a save right into the breadbasket of the Vikings goalie. Holds on for a faceoff. 9:32 to go in the first. Ditch, Salas, And Freeman are out with Evans and Axe. Face off taken by the Sting. They play it back to the point to Evans. Evans sends it back over to Freeman. Chips it ahead to Axe. He can't quite handle it. And the Vikings try to get it out, and they do. Evans regroups, sends it over to Ditch. He gets it into the Viking zone, and he sends it deep. Freeman's there to bump the Vikings player, but he can't get the puck. Axe whiffs on the pass, but it's held in by Salas. Salas goes in. He sends it to Freeman in the slot. Ditch with the one-timer, goes well wide. His body positioning was a little off on that one, and the Vikings are coming out of the zone with it. They get the line, they send it in deep, and Ditch goes back to retrieve it. He's skating through the zone with it. He's going through center ice. He's still going in, no one's picking him up. He cuts to the front of the net, centering pass to Freeman, and it's knocked away. Ditch has it again. Hits a skate, goes to Evans, who sends it behind the Vikings net. Salas takes a stick to the face, no call. And the Vikings are going out of the zone, and they wave off icing. Vogel picks it up behind the net, sends it to Freeman, who one-touches it up to Kaplan. Kaplan's going through the middle. He splits the D. He's in again. He takes a shot. It hits the post. Kaplan picks it up along the boards, sends it to Vogel at the point. Vogel dives down with it. He tries to center it. It's blocked. And the Vikings can't get it out. It's held in by Scales. Scales sends it back in. It's picked up by Dorn. Dorn turns the corner. He has the backhand. It goes over the net. Scales pinches in to hold it in. Dorn is there to help him out. And Kaplan gathers it along the boards. He's skating in with it. He's going around 3 defenders. He takes a shot. It's right into the basket. Rebound, another save. Sting still hold it in. They play it along the boards. And it's to the point of Vogel. Vogel sends it to Kaplan in the slot. Dances around a couple defenders. He still has the puck. He takes a shot. It goes off the side of the net. Vikings send it off the glass and then bounces over Scales' stick. Vikings are changing. Knittel whiffed on the regroup pass. And the Vikings get it deep into the zone, and they're able to get a change. Scales sends it up the boards to Dorn. It's off his stick. He can't corral it. But it's poked out by Kaplan. Kaplan's going in with Knittel. He's got Knittel on the far side. Little sauce pass to Knittel. He has it. He can't quite corral it, and the Vikings are going the other way. Trader on the forecheck. He falls down trying to lay the check on him. And the Vikings are going the other way. They send it into the Sting zone. It goes behind the net. Gwynn's back there to get it. Sends it along the boards and out of the zone. It goes rink wide. Trader's on the forecheck. Vikings are going D to D, trying to break it out. Trader picks it up on the back check. He sends it over to Field. Field sends it right back to Trader. Trader's going along the boards. He's going to the zone. He cuts around the corner. He takes a shot. Rebound. It goes just wide. Good little pad shot by Trader looking for the rebound. Almost worked. Vikings get it. They break out of their zone. It's poked away by Land. They send it to the net. Sticked away by Field. He sends it up the boards, but it's not out. Tries to get it out, but it's blocked again. Field has it. Sends it to Knittel. Knittel sends a backhand over to Trader. Trader has it. He sends it in deep. He's going off for a change. Land is on the forecheck for the Sting. And 5:50 to go in the first period. Sting have it again. Evans tried to center it. It's knocked away by the Vikings. They're going the other way. They get into the Sting zone. It goes behind the net. Ditch is there to gather it. He puts on the brakes. He reverses it over to Evans. Evans picks it up. It's knocked away from him. Axe goes back to get it. He sends it up to Pickle. He one-touches it over to Ditch. Ditch gets the red line. He's just skating through the defense. No one's picking it up. It's knocked off his stick, and the goalie has to poke it away. Pickle picks it up. He sends it down low. And the Vikings whiff on it. Ditch with the backhand blocker save by the Vikings goalie. They ring it around the boards. Bounces off of Axe's stick. Evans goes back to retrieve it. Evans has it, sends it rink wide to Ditch. And Ditch is skating into the zone with it. He drops it to Pickle. Pickle is in his skates. He tried to pass it, but he lost the handle. The Vikings chip it up and out of the zone. Evans goes back to get it. He plays it off the boards to Ditch. He misses it. And the Vikings go back to regroup. Otero is going to put on the pressure on the forecheck. And good job by him to angle him off. Capelin picks it up to the blue line. He takes a little body check. And the Vikings pick it off, and they're circling behind their net. They put on the brakes. They go the other way. They send it up and not out. It's intercepted by Freeman. Freeman centers it to Middles. It's knocked away from him. And the Vikings are going the other way. They skate into the sting zone. They take a shot. Glove save by Skrupski with 4:08 to go in the first period. Sting have had a lot of pressure this period. Haven't been able to put one in since we scored 31 seconds into the game. Shots are 11-3 in favor of the Sting right now. So Capelin, Freeman, and Salas are out with Scales and Vogel. Face off taken by the Sting. They send it ahead to Salas. Salas goes along. He's hooked. He's being held. They have no call. That was clearly something. They didn't call it. Now the Vikings are going the other way. Their shot's blocked. It goes over the net. Salas has it. He sends it up the ice. It bounces over the Viking stick, and they're going to call icing on that. So face off back into the Sting zone after the missed hooking holding penalty on Salas they didn't call. Land comes out with Dorn and Knittel for the face-off. Face-off taken by the Sting. They do the bank pass play to Knittel. He couldn't quite corral it, or he would have been in all alone. I usually run that play when either Knittel or Trader is out there. Somebody's stick, Vogel's stick just broke. Second broke stick of the day. Pickle broke his earlier. And now the Vikings are going the other way. They send it up the ice. It's in the Sting zone. It's gloved down by Scales. Scales chips it up and not out. Vikings hold it in. And it's in some feet. They send it down behind the net. And it gets by the Vikings player. Gwynn picks it up. He sends it up to the Knittel. It's poked away from him. Gwynn has it again. He sends it up the ice. Vikings pick it up. They're going the other way. It hits the skate of Knittel back into the Viking zone. They drop it back into the zone, trying to regroup. They send it up. It's intercepted by Field. Field gets it to Trader. He loses it in his feet and turns it over. It's poked away by Gwynn. And the Vikings send it in deep. Send around the boards, but no one's there for the Sting. They take a shot. It goes wide. Vikings hold it in. It bounces over the stick. Gwynn has it. He puts on the brakes. Chips off the boards of Trader. Trader's skating out with it. He sends it ahead to Ditch. Ditch is going into the zone with it. Centering pass over to Trader and is blocked by the goalie. Didn't quite get through to him. Gwynn's battling for it along the boards. And it's still along the boards. Gwynn comes away with it. It's knocked off of his stick, and the Vikings are going the other way. They send it up ahead. They send it in deep, and they're going off for a change. Skrupski leaves it for a Field. He sends it to Trader. He can't handle the pass, but he gets it back. Their shot's blocked away, and it's picked up by Field, who sends it up to Ditch. Ditch sends it to Trader, streaking through the middle. He's going into the Viking zone. He gets around when he takes a shot. And it's a save by the Vikings goalie with 1:36 to go in the period. So Capelin comes out with Pickle and Middles with Evans and X for the face-off. Right dot for Capelin, but the Vikings win the face-off. They send it around the boards. Evans is there to pinch and hold it in, sends it in down low for Pickle. Pickle has it on his stick. He spins off. He plays it to Evans at the point. Evans walks the line, sends it through traffic. It's blocked away. And the Vikings are going through the neutral zone. It's poked away, and it's picked up by Pickle. He sends it in deep. and he misses the check, and the Vikings are going the other way with it. It's picked up by them along the boards. Middles is battling for it. Sends some skates. So one over to Evans. Evans walks in. His shot's blocked. Goes to the corner. Vikings get it up and out of the zone. They're going in the sting zone. Evans goes back to get it. He reverses it over to Axe. He loses the handle. Vikings intercept. They cycle it down low. We got a guy wide open in front, but the pass is blocked. We got 34 seconds to go in the period. That's picked up by Evans. He circles behind the net. He's looking for options. He sends it ahead to Middles. Middles sends it up to Pickle. It goes by everybody, and that will be icing on the sting. Oh, thanks. We got 19 seconds to go in the period. Freeman, Salas, and Land come out, backed up by Scales and Vogel. Face-off goes to the Vikings. It's poked away. They have it again. They center it. It's intercepted by Scales. He can't get it out of the zone. The Vikings sends it towards the net, saved by Skrupski. With 6 seconds to go, Land has it behind the net, and that will do it. End of the first period. Sting have a 1-0 lead after an early goal. They put on a lot of pressure, but couldn't get another one in. So we'll take a 1-0 lead into the second period. Looking to put some in the back of the net this time. The shots are 12-4 in favor of the Sting. So in that pace, we're on pace for 36 shots, which is usually about where we're at. Usually we have another goal by now when we have 12 shots on the board, but not tonight yet. So starting off the second period will be Vogel and Scales with Land, Salas, and Freeman. Sting just need to keep doing what they're doing. They'll find the back of the net a few more times. Face-off taken by Sting. Scales has it. He fumbles the puck and turns it over. And he recovers behind the net. He sends it up the boards to Salas. He has it on his stick. He sends it up to Land. Land whiffs on it. Salas has it. He weaves through the neutral zone. He gets into the Viking zone, and it is offsides. So whenever you kind of weave and dip and dive and duck and dip and dive at the blue line, it's usually offsides. So now we have Ditch, Dorn, and Knittel coming out for the forwards. Face off in some feet. Vogel picks it up. He sends it into the Viking zone. Knittel's chasing after it. He has it in the corner. Drops it off for Ditch. Ditch centers it. It's knocked away from Dorn. Vogel holds it in his blue line, sends it over to Scales. He whiffs again. Second time he's whiffed on this shift. But he gets it back down to Dorn. Dorn centers the Knittel for a one-timer. His stick was tied up and it was an easy save for the Vikings goalie. Ditch has to regroup in the neutral zone with it. He sends a shoulder high sauce pass over to Scales, and Scales has it. He sends it in deep into the Viking zone. And Sting are going off for a change. They send it rink wide. It goes by everybody. And the Vikings chip it up into the neutral zone. Gwyn goes back to get it. He sends it over to Ditch. Ditch has it. He had trouble with it. He sends it over to Gwyn. Gwyn skating into the zone with it. He cuts to the middle. He takes a shot. It's off the mask. Trader with the rebound. His rebound's blocked. And the Vikings have it on the regroup. Good pressure by Otero on the forecheck. The Vikings reverse it behind the net. Caplin's there to pick it up. He drops it off for Trader. Trader is knocked off his stick. Otero's there to get it. Cycles it to Caplin. Caplin walks in with a shot. It goes off the chest of the Vikings goalie. And the Vikings are going the other way. Otero with the back check intercepts the pass. He sends it over the field on the regroup, over the Trader. Trader sends it up to Caplin. Caplin dropped it for Trader, but Trader is already towards the net. Vikings send it rink wide. And Otero has it. Vikings block it. And it's bouncing around. Vikings have it. They get it to Caplin. Caplin sends it up to Otero. Otero sends it to Trader. Trader skating into the zone with it. He sends it to the opposite corner. And Sting are going off for a change. Vikings send it ahead. Their pass is blocked by Pickle. They got to try again. Now they get into the neutral zone with it. Their pass is blocked by Land. He sends it over to Evans. Sends it up to Middles in his feet, but he recovers. He goes into the zone with it. Sends it to Pickle. It bounces over a stick. The Vikings try to get it out. It's held in by Axe, but his pass is intercepted. And the Vikings are going the other way. They send it high off the glass. Land picks it up. Really good save by Skrupski. Land put it right on the stick of a Vikings player in the slot. They had a really good chance to score. But Skrupski with the big save to keep it 1-0. Stinger just not playing with intensity right now. I was worried that was going to happen. They send it up to Middles. He's going in. He takes a shot. It goes through the pads of the goalie and kicks out the other way. Stinger going off for a change as Middles is on the forecheck. Now Freeman's going in for it. He pokes it. He sends it back behind the net. Their pass is intercepted by Salas for a second, and the Vikings barely get it out of the zone. Vogel goes back to get it. He puts on the brakes. He turns it over, and Scales goes back to get it. He skates behind the net. He sends it ahead to Freeman, who lets it go up to Salas, but it's intercepted by the Vikings. They send it in deep. Skrupski goes back to play it. He plays over to Scales. He sends it up to Freeman, who can't handle the puck, but he gets over to Ditch. He chips it ahead to Salas. Salas goes into the zone with the puck. He's looking for options. His backdoor pass hits the skates of the Vikings defender and almost goes in, but the Vikings goalie was aware and stopped it. Covers for a face-off with 4:08 to go to the ice scrape. Sting need to play with some more intensity. You know, you have a letdown. You're playing second to last place team after beating the first place team today. You got to somehow find the energy to keep the intensity up. So Caplin's out there with Dorn and Knittel. Vikings take the face off. Dorn holds it in. Caplin's on the forecheck. The Vikings send it up the boards, and it bounces off of Vogel's stick into the Sting zone. Scales has got to go back to get it. And it's sent up the boards by the Sting. Dorn has it. He tries to chip it around the defender, but he can't. But Caplin picks it up. He's going the other way. He goes into the Viking zone. He gets around the player. His shot goes off the mask of the goalie. Caplin has it again. Tried to send it over to Dorn at the blue line, but it goes out. Scales has it. He sends it back over to Vogel. He goes into the zone. He puts on the brakes, but he can't handle the puck, and the Vikings go behind their net on the regroup. Otero's on the forecheck. He poked it away. Vikings got to try again. They chip it up the boards. Stinger there to intercept it. Trader's battling for it along the boards. It squirts out to a neutral zone. And the Vikings are going the other way. They get into the Sting zone. They get around Otero. They take a shot. It goes wide. Trader's racing after it. Vikings are changing. Trader has his centering pass to Otero. Just gets off the stick of the defender. Otero blows a tire. and the Vikings center on the boards. It's picked off by Gwynn. Gwynn goes behind the net with it. His centering pass goes through everybody's. Field has at the point. His shot, it goes behind the net. Otero picks it up on the side of the net. He's looking for options. He sends it over to Pickle, whose shot was blocked. Land has it, sends it back to Gwynn. His shot through traffic, it's deflection by Pickle. It goes wide. Middles picks it up in the corner. He sends it to Gwynn. Good pass by him. Gwynn walks in. He takes a shot. It hits the defender. It's sitting there. It's there. And Middles puts in the rebound for a 2-0 Sting lead. Really good pressure by the Sting. Really good job on the forecheck. Gwynn with the shot through traffic. Pickle with the deflection. And Middles is there to put in the rebound for a 2-0 Sting lead with 2:13 to go till the ice scrape. So face-off taken by the Sting. They chop it ahead, but it's taken by the Vikings defense. Pickle has it. He sends it into the Viking zone. And they send it up and out. Gwynn holds it in. Pickle's battling for it, for the Vikings come away with it. They send it deep into the Sting zone. Field is back to get it. The Vikings take it away from him. The Vikings are looking for options. They cycle it down low, and Field picks it up. He sends it to Middles. It's poked away from him for a second, but he's able to get it to Ditch. Ditch is going through the zone with it. He sends over to Pickle. Pickle takes a shot off the pad. Bounces over the Ditch's stick on the rebound. He sends a centering pass to Gwynn. It's deflected to the corner. He sends it towards the net. Bouncing puck. One-timer by Ditch. It's bouncing in front still, and it bounces off another skate and goes out of the zone, back into the Sting zone. They got to regroup. Axe goes back to get it. He sends it to Gwynn. Gwynn sends it ahead to Ditch. They're catching him on a change. He's walking in. He cuts in. He takes a shot. Glove save by the Vikings goalie with 1:05 to go in the period. Shots are now 24-5 in favor of the Sting. Capelin comes out with Salas and Freeman backed up by Axe and Evans. Face-off taken by the Sting. Freeman has it. He plays it over to Evans at the point. He plays it back to Freeman. Freeman shoots it through traffic, looking for the deflection, and it's a good save by the Vikings goalie. Capelin has it. He spins off a couple players. His centering pass is blocked. Salas goes back behind the net to get it. He's shoved down to the ice. He's battling for it still. Now the Vikings go out of the zone on counterattack. They gain the red line. They go into the Sting zone. They have a drop pass. They take a shot. Glove save by Skrupski. With 36 seconds to go until the ice scrape. Sting are sending out a fresh set of forwards for the last 36 seconds of the period with Land, Knittel, and Dorn. Face off, tied up in the circle. And Dorn comes away with it. He gets it through the legs of the defender. It's sent up to Knittel at the blue line. He goes into the Viking zone. He puts on the brakes. He sends a pass. It's knocked away. It finds the stick of Evans at the point. He walks in, takes a shot. Good save by the Vikings goalie with 18 seconds to go in the period. Face-off taken by the Vikings. They send it behind their net. Axe comes in all the way down to the corner of the pinch, and he blocks the pass. Knittel's covering for him at the point. Dorn's on the forecheck. Good forecheck by him. He packs, and Land is there to pick up the puck with 5 seconds to go. Sends over to Dorn. Dorn takes a shot from the dot. Blocker save. And that will do it for the first half of the second period. Sting take a 2-0 lead into intermission. And hopefully this Sting come out with a little bit more fire after intermission than they showed in the first half of this game. I'll put up some updated standings while we watch the Zamboni go back and forth. So these referees apparently like to take their time getting on the ice before a game and after intermission. So we're waiting for the refs. Otherwise, both teams are ready to go. See if Coach Cooper got the boys fired up in the intermission to have them come out with a little bit more intensity. This might be one of those times where the ice scrape helps us. We'll see how it goes, second half of the game. So here come the refs strolling in to the rink. Let's see, they adjusted the shots on the scoreboard. It was 27-6 before the ice scrape. Now it's 23-8. Regardless of the shots are, the Sting has definitely controlled most of the action. We had one bad turnover right in front of our net. Skripski was able to make the save. And it's 2-0 Sting going into the second half of the game. The Nets are back on their pegs, and we're getting ready for the face-off for the second half of the game. Starting off the second half will be Gwynn and Field with Capelin, Pickle, and Middles. Face-off taken by the Sting. Capelin is going into the Viking zone. He gets around 1D. It's poked away from him. Pickle sends it to the net. It bounces over Caplin's stick into the corner. He circles behind the net, sends it over to Pickle. Pickle plays the point over to Field. Field sends it through traffic. It goes in and a goal! So another early goal by the Sting. Just like the first period. We'll see if it was deflected. It was Field, not deflected. Field with the goal. And it's 3-0 Sting. 7:42 to go in the second period.
Travis, my son said be more positive, okay?
I'll try. I'll be more positive.
Yeah.
Sting have the puck. Vikings go back into the Sting zone. They walk in. They take a shot. It's sticked away by Skripski. Vikings play it back to the point, and then they send it back behind the net, but it's blocked away, and Capelin picks it up. He tips it off the glass. He gets around the defender. He tries to chop it over to Middles, but it's blocked. Pickle picks up the centering pass. It's knocked away from him, and Sting hold it in. Gwynn sends it down to Capelin. He toe drags around the defender. Pickle one touch back to Capelin. It's bouncing around, and the loose puck's picked up by the Vikings. They're going the other way with it. So it's behind the Sting net. Axe has it. He sends it over to Middles. And it's held in back behind the net. Gwynn picks it up. He tips it up and out. They wave off icing. Stinger going off for a change. Vikings are skating out of the zone with it. They go rink wide to the other side. It goes behind the net. Vikings pick it up. They're looking for the centering effort. Battle for it in the corner. And who's going to come away with it? The Vikings come away with it. They circle behind the net. It's poked away by Land and it's flipped up out of the zone by Axe. Salas is chasing after it, but he cannot get there fast enough before the icing, and then the face-off will come back to the Sting zone with 6:04 to go in the period. Sting with a 3-0 lead after the early goal from Field right after the intermission. Ditch, Knittel, and Dorn come out with Vogel and Scales. Face-off taken by the Sting. They do the bank pass up to Knittel. Knittel's chasing after it. He's going to win the race if he can get there before the red line, and it goes just across the line. So there's the bank play with Knittel out there. A little bit of a sharper angle from Scales, and Knittel would have been in all alone on the breakaway. I really like that play when we got our speedsters out there. Ditch is thrown out of the face-off circle for some reason. Knittel comes in to take it. Vikings win the draw. They send it back to the corner to the dot. They take a shot through traffic. It's blocked by Scales. He knocks it ahead to Knittel, who flips it up out of the zone. It finds the stick of Dorn. Dorn gets it to Ditch. He's in all alone. He goes in, takes a shot. Save. Big save. Scales is knocked down behind the play. And the Vikings goalie keeps it a 3-0 game with a big save on a breakaway from Ditch. Little extracurricular after the whistle, but that's all right. 5:41 to go in the period. Trader, Capelin, and Otero come out for the forwards. Capelin wins the draw back to Trader, bounces off his stick. He sends it back down low to Capelin. Capelin plays it back to Trader, but it goes behind him. Scales is there to send it back to Capelin. He skates into the zone. He's circling, looking for options. His shot's blocked, and the Vikings are going the other way. Sting couldn't quite find their positioning on that face-off. And it's poked ahead by Scales. Vikings send it back behind the net. Vogel goes back to get it. He chips it ahead to Capelin. He tries to get it out of the zone, but it's blocked by the Vikings. And they walk into the zone, knocked away by Capelin. He kicks it ahead. He sends it to Otero. Otero's going in. He has the puck. He plays it back to the point to Gwynn. Gwynn sends it down low. Trader picks it up in the slot. He skates in. Toe drag around one, toe drag around another. Backdoor pass to Capelin. Capelin can't put it home. Capelin still has it on his stick. He sends it back to Gwynn at the point. He walks in. He takes a shot through traffic. Glove save by the goalie. It goes to the corner. Trader picks it up. He loses it, but the Vikings can't get out of zone. It's sent to the net by Vogel, and Capelin misses the deflection, and he holds on for a face-off. So good pressure by the Sting. Nifty little play by Trader over to Capelin, and Capelin couldn't get the shot off. It stays 3-0 with 4:22. They're not stopping the clock. So I think the scoreboard operator's having trouble with the clock right now. Now it finally stops. So Land, Pickle, and Middles are out with Field and Gwynn. Field holds it in, sends it back down to Pickle behind the net. He centers it to Land, but it's blocked. Gwynn has it. He sends it back behind the net. Pickle's on the forecheck. Vikings intercept. And their exit pass is blocked for a second, and it goes to the neutral zone. It's picked up by the Sting. They send it up ahead. It goes high in the air, lands in the Viking zone. Middles is on the forecheck. Pickle's there to help him. Land picks it up. He centers it. It goes through everybody. The Vikings pick it up, and they're going the other way. He's going through the zone with speed. He gets into the Sting zone. He has it along the boards. It's poked out by Pickle, but it's held in at the blue line. They can't handle the pass. Land tries to chip it out, but the Vikings hold it in back behind the net. Axe goes back to get it. He sends it up to Pickle, who flips it out of the zone into the Viking zone, and they wave off icing. So lucky break for the Sting on that one. Vikings are coming out from behind their net with it. The Sting are changing. He gains the Sting zone. He chips it ahead. It goes behind the net, and it's picked up by Axe. He sends it ahead to Freeman, who one-touches it over the Ditch. Ditch skates into the zone. He gets around the defender. He takes a shot right into the chest of the Vikings goalie. He holds on for a face-off with 2:53 to go in the period. Ditch is a little frustrated with himself. He's missed a couple of good chances, but hey, you got to give credit to the goalie sometimes. So Ditch, Freeman, and Salas are out with Axe and Evans. Face-off taken by the Vikings. They send it behind their net. And they get it out of their zone. Good job on the back check by Salas, who pokes it over to Ditch. Ditch is battling off two Vikings, trying to get into the zone. The Vikings come away with it. And it's knocked away by Axe, who sends it over to Ditch. Ditch is skating in. He drops it up for Salas. Salas goes to pass over to Ditch. He tries to deflect it in. It's a pad save by the goalie. Ditch has it in the corner. And the Vikings take it away. And they're going out of the zone. They send it into the Sting zone. Evans goes back to get it. He sends it around the boards to Salas. He misses, and the Sting, Vikings hold it in, but the Sting get it. Salas has it on the, it's behind him, and it was offsides. So he was fumbling the puck. I'm fumbling my words. I'm getting my tongue twisters all tied up here. So 2:05 to go in the period. Kaplan, Dorn, and Knittel come out with Scales and Vogel for the faceoff. Face-off taken by the Sting. Knittel skates in with it. He gets into the corner. It's taken away from him. Kaplan's there to help him out. Tries to play back to the point, and Scales holds it in, sends it in back deep. Goes behind the net. Knittel gives him the shove. Dorn picks it up for a second. And the Vikings, really good pass to the zone. And Scales is there back to get it, though. And he's got his head up. He sends it over to Dorn, streaking up the side. It bounces off his tape. And Kaplan's there to intercept. Kaplan plays it to the point to Scales. Scales drops it off for Kaplan. Kaplan tries to get it over, but he's taken down. No call on the trip. Dorn has it behind the net. It's poked ahead by the Vikings, but Kaplan's there to get it. He toe drags around one guy. He gets around another guy. Sends it over to Scales. Scales walks in. The shot through traffic. Good save. It goes to Scales. Scales over to Vogel. Vogel with a shot. Another save. Kaplan picks it up in the corner. He sends it back to Vogel at the point. Vogel back to Kaplan. He has it on his stick. He spins off one guy. He gets around another. He skates in through the slot. He's going through other guys. He sends it over to Scales. Scales sends it behind the net. It bounces over the stick to the Knittel. Kaplan has it again. He sends it in the middle of the slot. It goes through everybody. Scales picks it up at the point. He walks in. He goes down low with it. He tries to poke it ahead. It's intercepted by the Vikings. And Scales gets it back. He takes a shot and a goal by Scales. Good pressure by the Sting. Scales scores with 39 seconds to go in the period. Another defender goal by the Sting to take a 4-0 lead. Really good job by that line. Keep on the pressure, working the puck around. Finally able to put one in. So 39 seconds to go. Land, Trader, Otero come out with Field and Gwynn. Vikings win the faceoff. And they go back to retrieve it. Their pass is intercepted by Trader. He gets in the low. His pass, his shot is blocked. So Trader intercepted in the slot. He tried to slide the backhand through the 5-hole. The goalie got his pad down and made a good save. Trader has it in the neutral zone again. He's got 3 Vikings on him. He's still battling for the puck. And Gwynn tries to block it off, but they get by him. Good back check by Land to take the puck with 10 seconds to go. Land puts on the brakes. He's skating out with it. He chips it high off the glass. It's gloved down by the Vikings. They send it in. Trader knocks him over. And that will do it for the second period. The Sting are now up 4-0 with 2 goals after the ice scrape. So Sting definitely played with some more intensity coming out of the ice scrape. Got a goal from Field and a goal from Scales, a push to lead the 4. A little bit more comfortable margin heading into the third period. Sting can put one more on the board, it'll be a running clock. Starting off the third period, it'll be Evans, Axe, Ditch, Pickle, and Middles. So here we go, starting off the third period, opening face-off, taken by the Sting, sent over to Axe, he sends it ahead. Penalty box door was still open, so they blow it dead. We'll redo the face-off, center ice. Somebody in the scorekeeping box not paying attention for the Vikings. Pickle almost went crashing through that door that was open. Face off on the dot. Vikings come away with it. They skate into the Sting zone. They send it cross ice to the D-man at the far point. He sends it towards the net. It's blocked down. It goes behind the net. Vikings send it back to the point. They send it back down low. Back to the point. Back down low. Cross ice to the other point man. He walks in. He takes a shot through traffic. Gets dropped by Middles. And Evans has it. He sends it behind the net to Axe. Axe sends it up the Middles. He's going through the neutral zone. He sends it over to Ditch, but it's poked away from him. And the Vikings are going the other way. It bounces off their stick, and Vogel goes back to get it. He reverses it over to Evans. Evans sends it up to Pickle. He let the puck go by him. And Vogel tried to play it off the boards, but it goes into the bench for a face-off. Freeman, Salas, Capelin are out with Scales and Vogel. Face off, taken by Capelin. He plays it over to Scales. Scales sends it ahead to Salas. He can't handle the pass. And Vikings come away with it. It's recovered by Capelin. He spins off with the puck. He's going the other way. He goes into the zone. He gets around another guy. He's weaving through everybody. He goes around another guy, sends it behind the net. And the Vikings finally take it away from him. They send it up through the neutral zone. They're going into the Sting zone. He loses the handle, and it should be offsides. The ref was about to blow his whistle, and then he didn't. Then the guy on the far side was like, hey, that was offsides. You got to blow your whistle. So he finally blowed it. And we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone with 14:28 to go in the period. Face off taken by Salas. It's knocked away from him. The Vikings go back in their zone to get it. They send it up the boards. They get around Freeman. They're going the other way with speed. They're into the Sting zone. He's going wide. He puts on the brakes. He's cut off, and the puck is loose. It comes in front. Shot! Skrupski makes the save, holds on for a face-off. Dorn and Knittel and Land and Gwynn and Fields come out for this face-off for the Sting. Face-off one back. The field is bank pass off the boards. Dorn has it. He's going in all alone. Just a little too far. The goalie came out and knocked it away from him. Really good bank play again by the Sting. They can get that angle down. That's going to be a deadly play. They almost had it there. Vikings have it. They regroup in the neutral zone. They send it into the Sting zone, but it's deflected, goes into the bench for a face-off. Face-off taken by Land. Back to field. He plays it up to Knittel. Knittel gets it into the zone. And it gets just out of the zone. And Sting have got to regroup. They missed the pass. They got to go all the way back to get it. Gwynn has it. He spins off. He drops it off for Field. Field's skating up the boards with it. He sends it behind Dorn. But Land is chasing after it. He's going in. Good hustle by Land to get that puck. He has it behind the net. Knittel's going in to help him out. Land comes away with it. He kicks it to his stick. He still has it. Land's battling hard on this shift. Vikings come away with it. Knittel pokes it away. And the Vikings poke it ahead. And they chop it out of the zone. Land goes back to get it. He regroups over to Gwynn. Gwynn's skating through the zone with it. He hits the stick of Dorn. He loses the handle. And the Vikings get out of the zone. Knittel's going back with it. He sends over to Evans, who one-touches it in deep. Stinger going off for a change. Vikings have it. Ditch just absolutely lays out a kid. And Sting are regrouping. Axe has it, plays it ahead to Otero. Otero sends it in deep. Trader's on the forecheck. Trader goes. He gets it behind the net. He still has the puck. He sends it up the boards to Evans. Evans sends it over to Axe. Axe walks the line. He takes a shot. Saved by the Vikings goalie. Their exit pass blocked. Axe has it, shoots it again. It goes off the side of the net. Trader goes back to get it. He plays it over to Otero. Otero has the puck. He still has it on his stick. He's looking for options. He sends it behind Evans. He regathers it. He sends it back behind the net. Ditch is over there. He's pinched off, but Axe has it. He sends it in deep. And the Vikings finally get out of their zone. They're going into the Sting zone. They go in wide. They go in the middle. It's picked off by Trader. They try to lay out Trader, but Trader reverses him. They send it over to Ditch. And it goes to the corner. It's picked up by Evans. He goes out of the zone on the regroup. He's getting harassed. And Otero picks it up. Otero has it. His pass is blocked. The Vikings are going in on the turnover. They put on the brakes in the corner. Trader gives him the shove, and Axe comes away with the puck. He sends it rink wide, but it's not out. The Vikings keep it in the zone. They send it behind the net. Axe has it. It's too far for him. It finds Trader's stick. The Vikings dig it out of the corner. They take a shot. It's blocked down by Evans back behind the net. And Ditch has it. This line's been out there for a while. They're probably pretty gassed. Ditch tries to send it up and out, and he does. And they call icing. So it deflected off the Vikings player, but they still called icing. With 11:07 to go in the period, that line was pretty gassed. That was a physical shift. Face-off coming in the zone with Kaplan wins it back to Scales. Scales does the bank pass. Pickle's chasing after it. He wins the race to the puck. He's going in all alone. He goes in, forehand, backhand, goal, and it works. The bank play off the defensive zone face-off finally works for the Sting, and they have a 5-0 lead. So it should be a running clock now. So there's that bank play. They had the right angle it on that time, and Pickle's able to chase it down. He's going to win that race against the defender every time. He went forehand, backhand for the goal. Face-off taken by the Sting. Vogel skates in. He gets the red line. He sends it in deep. It goes behind the net. Middles is chasing after it. Vikings have it. They send it up the boards. And Kaplan picks it up. He circles around. He's dancing with the blue line. He gets around on another defender. He whiffs on the shot, though. It's held in by Kaplan. He gets it back. He sends it over to Pickle. Pickle centers it. His centering pass is blocked by the Vikings. And they send it behind the net, looking for the breakout. He whiffs on the pass for a second. He chips it high out of the zone. It's gloved down by Vogel. He gets it at the Middles. Middles has it on his stick again. He's going in. He takes a shot. It goes off the blocker high. Kaplan with the rebound. And it gets stuck on the back of the net, and we will have a face-off. And the clock is now running down with a 5-goal lead. There's 10 minutes to go in the third period. Land Salas and Freeman come out with Gwynn and Field. Face off taken by the Sting. It's played over to Gwynn to the point. He plays it back to Field. Field walks in. He takes a shot through traffic. It's blocked. It's picked up by Salas. Backdoor pass to Freeman and a goal. So good job by Salas on the backdoor pass over to Freeman, who's able to slide it in for a 6-0 Sting lead. 9:38 to go in the third period. Face off taken by the Sting. Salas has it. It's poked away from him. It's picked up by Field. He sends it in deep. Freeman goes after it. It's knocked away from him, but he gets it right back. He sends it over to Salas. Salas has walked in. His centering pass is blocked to the corner. Sent to the point to Field. Field sends it back in deep behind the net. Salas can't quite reach it. Freeman picks it up along the sideboards. He overskates it, and the Vikings send it through everybody. That'll be an icing with 9 minutes to go. They'll come back into the Vikings zone for a face-off. So we have Ditch, Knittel, and Dorn out with Field and Gwynn now for this face-off. Face-off won by the Vikings. They lose it in their feet. Dorn picks it up behind the net. He tries to center it. It's blocked. And the Vikings come away with it. They send it up the ice. They're going to the neutral zone. They send it over to the other side. They take a shot. It bounces behind the net. Field picks it up. He sends it around the boards to Dorn. Dorn sends it over to Ditch. Ditch has it on his stick. He's skating with speed into the zone. He drops it for Knittel. Out of his reach. Knittel better watch out. That could have been a slash. Vikings send it down. And Skripski comes out to play it. He gets back into his net. And Sting are going the other way with it. Knittel's going through the zone. He gets in the middle. He splits it. He comes in. He takes a shot. It goes wide. It's held in by Axe. Ditch picks it up. His stick is lifted. And the Vikings come away with it. They drop it off in the neutral zone. They gain the line. Trader shoulders him into the boards. And the Sting take the puck going the other way. Ditch picks it up. Ditch walks in. He uses the defender as a screen. It goes just over the net. Ditch has it on stick. He's battling two Vikings down there. Trader goes down to help him. I think Ditch comes away with it. It goes to the front of the net. It's blocked away. The Vikings pick it up behind the net. They circle through the middle. And they're still cycling through the middle. He still has the puck. He walks in. He's circling with it. Trader knocks it off of him, and Ditch comes away with it. He sends it over to Axe, but it's offsides with 7 minutes to go in the period. So Kaplan, Pickle, and Middles come out. Scales and Vogel. Face-off taken by the Vikings. They go to the neutral zone with it. They try to send it into the Sting zone. It's blocked down by Scales. Middle sends it up to Kaplan. And the Vikings are regrouping. They send it up the ice. And Vogel's there to get it. Scales picks it up. He sends it up to Middles. Middles tries to one-touch it over to Pickle. It's too far for him. It's Pickle almost got it. Vikings defender has it. He sends it up. It's picked off by Kaplan. He's behind the net with it. He still has the puck. He's looking for options. He spins off. His centering pass to Pickle gets through everybody. Vogel picks it up at the sideboards. His centering pass is blocked. Goes to the middle of the ice. Vikings pick it up again. It's picked off by Kaplan. He goes in all alone. He takes a shot and a goal. 7-0 Sting after the goal by Kaplan. He intercepted the pass. So Sting definitely came out with better intentions after the ice scrape. Shots have been stuck on 27 for about 6 minutes, even though we've scored 3 goals. The shots haven't changed for us, so I think we have more than 4 shots in the second half of this game, since we have 5 goals. but that's just simple math for you. So the Vikings have it behind their net. They're looking to get out of the zone with it. They send it up to the winger along the boards. He cuts to the middle. He sends it rink wide. And they get the sting zone. It goes back behind the net. Vogel's back there to head him off. It's still behind the net. They center it. It's intercepted by Scales. He sends it up ahead. Salas is chasing after it. Salas is knocked down into the boards. It's picked up by Freeman. He's centering pass. Goes to somebody, and it's a save. And the Vikings are going the other way. He walks in, takes a shot. Pad save by Skrupski. Rebounds picked up by Vogel. The Vikings hold it in. Vogel has it. He had a guy back checking, take it away from him. Vikings walk in again. They still have it on their stick. They cut to the middle, and it goes behind the net. He walks in, shot through traffic, black shot by Salas, and he goes out of the zone with it. He still has the puck. And it's 4:20 to go in the period. Regroup over the ditch. Ditch goes into the Viking zone. He cuts to the middle. He goes in. Shot. He whiffs. Ooh, he had the goalie leaning. He tried to go far side, but he whiffed on the shot. Pass over to Ditch again. His shot was blocked. Ditch has had so many opportunities this game. He just cannot find the back of the net tonight. Vikings go into the sting zone. They send it in deep. Field has it. He sends it up the boards to Knittel. Knittel tries to chip it ahead, but it's blocked by the Vikings. It's held in. They send it back behind the net. Ditch has it, and it's knocked down. He sends it up to Knittel. Knittel chips it ahead, but no one's there for the sting. They send a shot. It's blocked. It's gloved down by the Vikings. They send it wide. Battle for it in the corner. Vikings send it back to the point. And it's picked up by Ditch. He has it on his backhand. He sends it over to Dorn. Dorn's skating at his speed. He gets around one guy. He goes centering pass over to Knittel, just out of his reach. He picks it up in the corner. He gets around one hit. He still has it. He centers it. Nope, it's blocked. He has it along the boards. He's taking on two Vikings, and the Vikings chip it out of the zone. Evans goes back to get it. Evans kicks it ahead to a stick. He plays it off the boards. Trying to hit Knittel. It's too far for him. The Vikings player takes a really good shot against the glass behind his net. And the Vikings regroup, send it the other way. Evans pinches in. He has the puck. And the Vikings are going the other way. They send it in deep. Skrupski comes out to play the puck. He leaves it behind there. And the Vikings can't take advantage of the miscommunication by the Sting. Trader has it. He chips it up and out of the zone. It's taken away by Kaplan. Trader tried to poke it away, but it hits the skate of the Vikings player, and they send it back into the zone. Evans has it. He chips it ahead. It's picked up by Otero. Vikings have it. They send it rink wide. They send it to the opposite corner of the Sting zone. Axe goes back to get it. Axe has it. Hits the stretch pass to Kaplan. Kaplan's going into the Viking zone, but it's knocked away. Trader's there to pick it up. He leaves it for Kaplan. Kaplan behind the legs pass to Otero. Otero tried to get over Trader, but it's knocked away by the Vikings, and they're going the other way. 2 minutes ago in the period, they send it into the corner. Evans is there to try to get it, but the Vikings player still has it. He skates in the corner. He sends it to the point. His shot's blocked by Trader. Vogel has it. He spins off the defender, and he's skating through the zone with it. He chips it ahead to Kaplan. Kaplan has it. It's in his feet, and the Vikings are counterattacking. Their centering pass is knocked away by Scales. It bounces over their stick into the sideboards, and Vogel's there to get it. He sends it out of the zone. Vikings have to regroup. They send it rink wide. He gains the line, sends it in deep. Scales is there. He plays it ahead to Kaplan. Kaplan's skating through the zone with it. He sends it over to Otero. Otero's in the zone. He feathers it over to Kaplan. His stick breaks. Oh no, another broken stick. Man, that's another expensive break. We got 1:06 to go in the period. Yeah, hopefully it's still in the warranty period. So clock is running down 50 seconds. The Stings still only have 27 shots apparently. We've scored 5 goals in this period on 4 shots. It's quite amazing. So 40 seconds running down. Land, Middles, and Pickle are out with Scales and Vogel. The only thing in question now is if we can hold on for the shutout. Face-off taken by Sting. Middles has it. He can't quite corral it, and the Vikings are going the other way. They're going to try to end this shutout. They can't quite get around Vogel, however, and Middles picks it up. He skates into the Viking zone. He stops at the blue line, which is dangerous. And Scales holds it in at the line. He walks in. He takes a shot. It's a blocker save. 8 seconds to go. It's in the corner. And 3 seconds, and that will do it. So Sting come away with a 7-0 victory. We'll be back here tomorrow at 11:30 for another game against the Vikings. Looking to go 3 for 3 on the weekend and picking up 6 big points. So until tomorrow morning, shutout for Skrupski. Sting played a lot better second half of this game. Till tomorrow.